Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday to you. Hopefully, you slept well. If you're joining us from around the world, maybe you're maybe you're sleepless or an insomniac. Good morning, my sister. How are you?
I'm good, good, good.
Good. You have a black and gray shirt on this morning.
Stripes. Yep.
You're going to
Pippi Longstocking.
Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. That looks like one of what one of those little children would have worn. Yeah, your hair looks very good this morning.
Thank you. I got a massive wave going.
It's an avalanche. The
Yes.
tsunami of avalanche.
The tsunami.
It's a tsunami. Well, welcome to our daily devotion. This is our Fully Awake 365. Look, LaDonna, I never noticed how much this looks like you're the wave in your hair. Look at that. It's like
That was
it's
in
the
my honor.
wave, it's the wave
Phew.
in your hair. Welcome to our 365 Fully Awake 365 devotion. Glad you're with us this morning. This is the way we start our
A
new
new
day.
day.
Yes, this is my mother had. How many did she only have a couple of morning songs for us, LaDonna, or was there?
That's the only more specific morning song I remember. She had
Do
lots of little songs for different things.
you remember all the words to the song that she used to sing
Yeah.
to
Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
it?
We're all in our places with bright, either sunshiny or bright, shiny faces. And
And
this
this
is
is
the
the way
way we
we
start a
start
new
our
day.
day. Yep, that was how that's how you woke up in Clarice Park's house. All the Clarice the
On the rare
tradition.
occasions, she was the one waking us up. It
If she
was
was
usually
awake, Dad
dad.
was usually the one getting us up. Yeah. Mom was up to the wee hours of the night editing television programs. I can promise you that, putting sewing costumes and putting dramas and
Or painting porcelain flowers with fingernail polish or something like that.
painting ceramic elephants, and then
Yes.
going, Donnie Earl, taking me up to the Crown gas station. I need some gas. Why do you need gas, Mother? It's 3 o'clock in the morning because I got some paint on me. And I'm telling you, we went to the gas station with Donna one night, and she wanted me to just like
Do
take
it
the
over her
gas
hands. I know.
and just put a little bit on our hands. And I was like, Mom, I think this is illegal what we're doing right now. Just squirt a little bit of gas on my hands. That's all
You're
I
going to
need.
be arrested for trying to set your mother on fire.
I think we're doing, I know I'm only 16, but I think we're doing the wrong thing right now.
I don't think this is the right thing, mother.
All right, today is May the 23rd. We are not in trouble. We are in transition. Today we're going to talk about finding stillness in the chaos. It seems like an interesting devotion. We haven't gone through this one yet. And before we get to our affirmation, we have a little joy for you. I can't believe this. This is one of the greatest artists of all times. I mean, there's just so much soul and feeling in the way that he sings. And he loves the Lord. He loves the Lord. I really love the Lord. What I really want to know is, do you love the Lord? Um, and so it's hard to believe that we've been through this. I don't think we've done one of his songs yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we have. Brandy would know.
Okay,
All
so
right.
I was hoping you would do a hard one today because Mondays was so easy.
Yeah, I mean it's always hard to navigate
I
like
know.
the joy. It's like if I really wanted to stump everybody, I could do it every single week
Right.
and maybe stump you a lot of times. But trying to get participation is
Yeah.
like you want to get it hard enough,
Yeah, it's
but
got to be a
everybody
little
feels
bit of
like
a
they get an
challenge
A.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you go too hard, people are like, "What the heck?" And then if it's a song they never heard, they're like, they can't they don't feel it. It's like introducing a new song at church, and people are like, I don't know if I like this song." My blessings aren't coming out because my praise did not go up today. All right, see if you recognize the song and the artist.
Love and happiness, yeah. Something that can make you do wrong, make you do right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love.
And see, I think that's all they should get.
That's all you get.
Do you want me to let it keep
You can
going?
stop there, yeah.
Don't you think, LaDonna, or should I let it keep going?
Yeah, I recognize the song. I'm not sure about the artist. I
All
think I
right.
know.
Love and happiness.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute, something going wrong. Someone's
Someone on the phone. Wow. Yeah. If you did not recognize that artist, LaDonna, I would take away your ghetto card. I'm
No, I
just
did now, except, and I even have a pop reference. You could say Obama.
yeah,
You remember?
yeah. And I will say this. I believe he's still alive. He actually is a gospel preacher.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
preaches
Yeah.
the
It is who
word.
I thought it was then.
Yeah.
So,
And it was as a sweaty singer and a sweaty preacher. I'll tell you that much.
so I think from now on, when you do quote easy, more easy ones, we just give you like 3 bars. That's
That's all
it.
you get.
That's all you get, and then we're
Yeah.
out.
But
And
that takes the
Okay.
joy too, because people want to feel like the
well, then after we guess, we can go back and play some. But
little remix.
I think everybody got it. Like I'm looking, I don't think I see anybody who got it wrong. And yes, somebody said Reverend.
The Reverend.
The Reverend. So Mary and Bobby. I don't see Dr. Sharonda today. I miss Dr. Sharonda. Okay, let's see. Shannon, Myrna, Margie, Durante, Sandra, Robbie, Elita, Megan. Actually, Megan didn't guess. Dr. Ray, Anna, or sorry, Fanae, Glenna, and Erin McClary. So yeah, everybody got it. And I hope you feel lots of love and happiness today.
Say they did. Love and happiness. You want to reveal it, LaDonna?
Lovey got it as well.
Al Green.
The Reverend Al
That was
Green.
like one of the most iconic moments in presidential history ever when Obama started singing him during one of his speeches. That was great.
Obama also sang, I forget, he might have sung Amazing Grace or something, but
Yeah.
he
It was
wasn't.
great it was, it's that was a chance because man, if he hadn't had a good voice that would have been so embarrassing. Thank God. It's like you're just like, oh,
Well,
don't
he
do this if
didn't
you can't
have
do it,
the
buddy. Don't do it. But
He did. He did. I've seen great preachers who have pretty good voices, not great voices, but they give enough to just kind of talk through it a little bit.
yeah,
Kirk Franklin does that the best I've
yeah,
ever seen. Kirk
yeah,
Franklin's not a great singer, but he's an incredible musician and entertainer and worship leader. He's an
yeah,
unbelievable. But he's not a crazy good singer, but he fakes it. He talks through it really good.
yeah.
So I'll tell you what does that. Well, I don't even want to say his name because I'm perturbed with him and where he has gone in life. So I'm just gonna I ain't even saying his name. So all right, LaDonna, bring us our affirmation.
Okay, our affirmation is today I will not give my attention to any chaos that presents itself in my life, but I will learn to shift my focus to the stillness I can always find within myself instead.
Feel free, LaDonna, all the as well at the end to add what you'd like, because I know this is one of your um, favorite persons that you like to quote. Chaos never needs your attention. It's an indication that stillness needs your attention. Dr. Kim Duramo. Isn't that an interesting idea? I have my children know about me. Of course, they're older now, and it's not as much of a thing as it was once. But they knew that when I got very quiet and said, "Hey, I need to talk to you right now," that they were like, "Oh my God,
Because
I'm about to
when you stop yelling, they know they're gonna get it.
Dad is about to come off the top rope with the elbow to my head, like something is about to go down in this house." Yeah, that when you get that there's something that happens in chaos for people and I'm not saying I'm the greatest at this, I'm certainly not. But when things get wild and crazy, there's a stillness that if it's within you, and it is within all of us, that you tap into. And so sometimes chaos doesn't need more fire. It needs a moment of taking a pause, a breath, and to kind of to center yourself. When we find ourselves in the midst of confusion or disorder, which could be daily, we think we must shift all of our focus and energy onto the chaos because we've got to put that fire out before we can do anything else. I heard Steve Harvey give some good advice, good wisdom, probably a decade or so ago. And he was saying that he has so many family members who live in chaos and dysfunction and disarray and disorder, and they call him to solve all of their problems. And he is supposed to be the judge and the jury and the financier and solve everybody's mess that they make of themselves constantly. And he said he uses this strategy when they call. He waits about 2 weeks to call them back. And he says about 99% of the time, by the time he's called them back, they figured out their own problem and they've solved it and they've realized that they've created the same mess again for themselves and he's allowed them space to grow. He said it's not negligence, but I cannot respond to everyone's fire drill, especially when it's the same people causing the fire drill over and over and over and over again. So that's some good wisdom for us. It doesn't mean we're negligent to people that we love. It just means sometimes we need them to grow a little bit, need them to figure some things out. All right, we feel that in order to restore calm and stillness, we must take some action to resolve the chaos. One of the things that I really have really just sat in the midst of the last couple of months is the Genesis creation story, because we have two different stories. There is beauty and ugliness in both of them. There is a sense of divine image and a sense of subjugation and divine doctrines of reserve and misogyny. I mean, it's beauty. There's all of it in the creation stories, and so we can't throw any of it out because we miss the good stuff, and we learn from what we don't perceive as good. But in one of the approaches to Genesis, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And that's really just as in a beginning there, when God began to create the heavens and the earth, there was this watery kind of abyss. We call it the creation ex profundus. That's just a Greek word for kind of not sure. It's kind of a watery neutral. It's not male. It's not female. It's not good. It's not bad. But a lot of times there's this approach that the world was chaotic, and that God, and I've preached this, and I think this is still probably accurate to talk about this, but that God recreated the earth because it was in chaos. But what if the watery darkness was not necessary? What if the chaos was not good or bad? What if it was just neutral? And it takes on the energy that we bring to it. That's Catherine Fuller, if anybody's interested. She wrote a book called Out of the Deep, just an amazing womanist, feminist voice. What if the chaos just takes on the energy that we bring to it? Is what she's applying to it. And so in the patriarchal way of bringing order to something, there's a strong hand. There's God spoke and said it was good and created by binaries and the dark and the light and the water and the dry land. But instead of having to have clear definitions of things, just leaning into that chaos and saying, what energy am I bringing to this? It will take on the energy that I have. I really love that idea. When you're dealing with someone else's fire drill, how do you respond to a fire drill that someone else created? It doesn't mean that you can't help in that moment. We should, but what energy do we bring to that? All right, jump down to the last paragraph. It says, although it's much easier to tell someone else to do this than to do it yourself, it is a skill worth cultivating. Shifting your focus away from the chaos is the way you come back to your stillness. No problem can be solved using the same consciousness that created it. So that's just a little tidbit. All right, LaDonna, say what you like.
This may be a rather harsh example, but sometimes imagine you come up on an actual fire, like someone's house is on fire. Sure, at first you do whatever you can, but there comes a point sometimes where you realize this is not getting put out. This is too far gone. And so then what do? Again, like you said, you have to bring the energy to it. It takes on the energy. You can still run around and be, going out of your head crazy, running around like a chicken with your head cut off if you want to. But at some point you just got to stand there and this is terrible, but just got to watch it burn. Like some situations, you just got to let them burn themselves out. And because on the other side of that, you're going to have to go on living. It's like you're going to have to figure out a way after the fire has put itself out. You're going to have to go on. So why not get to that stillness point of acceptance of whatever it is that has happened quicker so that you can So that will aid you in moving forward after it's over, because all things burning down are not bad. Sometimes they need to be burned down. Some things need to just be burnt.
That's
It's a hard
so
lesson.
that's there's so much imagery in that. My goodness, I'm gonna try not to get emotional telling this story, and I'll be cautious how I tell it. But if you know what I'm talking about, don't share it in the chat. Just let's show some discretion with this. But uh, I watched my father really presence that for me one time. We're dealing with a house that was on fire,
Mhm.
and Dad and I were running around like crazy people getting what we could out of making sure that the people that were in the house were out. Um, we had to move some cars quickly. But then the owner of the house, there was nothing else we could do. And we just stood with this person. And he just kind of fell on us and cried. And it was I watched Dad just kind of stand there with this person and just let him cry. He wasn't really an emotional person in that way, but just stood there and wept at watching the fire that had been created. And sometimes when you're standing with someone in their fire, it doesn't mean that you are condoning. That's a difficult place to stand because sometimes the world sees standing with someone means agreeing with everything. It doesn't mean you agree with everything. It just means this is a person that's worthy of love. Um, they're not innocent, and none of us are. None of us are innocent in life. But standing with someone doesn't mean you condemn them. It doesn't mean you condone them. It just means you are sharing sacred space and standing in the gap with them. You're holding sacred space for them in that moment. And so that is really how the New Testament encourages us to approach people, those who are in need of our love, with a spirit of gentleness and meekness regarding remembering ourselves in those moments. And so it's really beautiful imagery there that we shared. Thanks, Peepaw. Thanks, PPTT, 87 years old in a couple of weeks with your walking cane, with your dad, your grandpa hat. Tomorrow is my son's 25th birthday. I can't believe
You're old.
Nicholas. You're old.
You're
You're really
old.
little Mika. If y'all remember Micah, he
He's
didn't talk when he was little. He did not say words. His sister talked for him. And if you met him, I was trying to train him, Micah, stand up straight, say, like, speak loudly. I used to have to get on him, like, hey, speak loudly. People can't hear you. And he just had such a tender little spirit. He didn't want to talk loud. When he didn't know somebody, if I'd say, Micah, can you say hello to this person? He would go, psst. He'd spray his spider web on him, like, psst.
He thought he was Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, psst, the Spider-Man web. So my little fight. He couldn't even say
he said,
Spider.
I know, he said
Fighter,
Fighter-Man.
Fighter Man,
Fighter-Man. Yeah.
Fighter Man was his favorite superhero. My little Fighter Man is going to be 25
He's
years
the
old.
he's the baby of the grandchildren, and he's 25
Yeah,
now. So
as
what
I
does that say
was.
about us?
I was the baby of all the grandchildren.
Yeah.
You're really old, LaDonna. You're
I'm
really.
really old.
I've had it with this stump. Our our pets' heads are falling off. We got no food. We
More
got no.
inside jokes that people don't understand.
That is a Dumb and Dumber reference.
Yes.
Harry and Lloyd are done with their life. They have no food. They have no jobs. Their pets' heads are
Heads
falling
are falling off.
off.
By the
I
way, in
used,
my Tuesday teaching, I quoted Talladega Nights. So that's another one of our inside joke
Fuel's on
movies.
fire. Help me, Tom Cruise. Help me, Oprah Winfrey. Yeah. Talk about chaos. You're not on fire. Just roll. Just stop running. You're not on fire. All right, if you need some joy today, just Google Will Ferrell running in his underwear with
Yeah, and Talladega Nights.
his race car helmet on. That will give you a lot
Yes.
of joy.
Oh.
All right, people, just have a great rest of your day. Quick announcement. Next
Oh, we
week.
didn't do the prayer yet.
Yes. Let's do
We've
the
gotten
affirmation
lost
and a
in the
quick announcement.
sauce. Okay. Our prayer is source of calm. Help me to remember that when I find myself in turbulent circumstances, I can always come back to the stillness by focusing on the Christ within who leads me beside still waters.
The
Amen.
still waters restoreth your soul. Speaking of still waters, my family will be on a little bit of vacation, a big bit of a vacation next week, about a week or so. And so we will be completely unplugged. Spirit and Truth Sanctuary is also taking a vacation. So Monday morning, we won't have a devotion. Tuesday, there will be no connection.
No service on Tuesday.
No service Tuesday. No teaching on Wednesday. No choir practice on Thursday. No devotion on Friday. I don't think any activity at the church next Saturday. So there is one thing, nothing of ministry going on next week. The rapture is going to come and you're going to be left with your work undone. Your work's going to be undone.
So the way that the stars aligned for this are kind of funny because me and Benny and Randy all told each other kind of at the same time, and we were, oh no, oh wow, you're out, I'm out too. Oh, you're out, I'm out too. We all planned
Gone.
and we couldn't change our events. And so, yeah, it's been a long time since we've done this and just completely kind of shut up shop, as they say. So we will be there Sunday and then we'll be back the next Sunday.
And absence will make the heart grow fonder. We will
Yes, it
all love each
will.
other more when we see each other again.
That's
Yes,
right,
it will.
people. You take a week off. No one think about God. Do not pray next week. Do not read the Bible. Don't you
Well, that's a
dare
little far.
fast. Don't you dare worship the Lord next week.
Don't listen to him. Y'all do what you want to do. Y'all still pray.
Don't
I'm the
you
big
ever
sister.
pray. Don't you
You
dare
gotta
think
still
about God
pray.
next week. You know, the truth is, David said, Paul talked about praying without ceasing.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how I think intentional people live their lives that way. We're
Yeah.
always in thoughtful meditation in some way. So
Absolutely.
if that's your practice, then practice all week next week. Be in thoughtful praise and prayer. In everything, give thanks throughout the week next week. Love you guys. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday morning, on to the Lord's Day. And on today, we will see you on the Lord's Day. Go in peace.